So what is some of the things that you should be looking for within analytics to start to measure the success of your SEO? And so it's kind of a loaded question, right? Because, everybody thinks that it should be traffic. And I think traffic is definitely one of those things that, you should be looking at. But sometimes traffic is not really the true definition of success. For example, there was an example where a client had a page even before we got engaged on the account, and it was about like what to wear in court, right? And so that page, for whatever reason, Google loved that page and it ranked it nationally, right? And so the site just kind of like took off, right? And because of all the link building that we're doing and boosting the popularity and fixing the technical SEO, for whatever reason, Google just loved that page, right? And started ranking it nationally. Well, guess what? Like if we as an SEO agency just kind of showed that data at face value, it looked like we're crushing it and that we've like quadrupled their traffic in like 2 months, right? But truth is that it was really a blog post that was on the page before we got there that, we helped boost. And now they're just getting a lot of traffic about people that are going to court and don't know what to wear, right? And so next thing you know, they're getting 10,000 people every month just from that one type of search phrase. So again, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get a lot of business and cases and leads because of that. So, I would just be careful. If you're doing it correctly, like you should really be measuring the success off of any marketing that you're doing based on the means to the end, right? And the end is, signing up new cases, right? That's how you should be measuring it, attributing those cases back to the different mediums, whether it's SEO, whether it's pay-per-click, whether it's some social campaigns that you've got going, whether it's branding, right? All of that stuff. But other things you can look at too is you can look at, pages, where people are kind of, how much time people are spending on pages. That's something that you can do by trying to incorporate different elements to the page, maybe adding videos to try to keep people on the page a little bit longer. One thing I say lawyers really shouldn't be paying too much attention to is bounce rates, because bounce rates are typically high for a law firm, and the way that Google measures bounce rates is a little different. So, somebody comes to your website from Google and they're on your homepage and they pick up your phone and they call you and they're on the phone with you for 20 minutes. And next day you sign them up as a client. They come back to their browser, they close out. Guess what? Google considers that a bounce, right? Because they didn't go to another page, right? So a lot of times, like, because this is so direct response and we're capturing people from different sections of the website and they're staying on one page while they call you, because Google considers that a bounce, again, I don't put a lot of stock in that. So anyway, hope this was helpful and I hope you enjoyed this video.